I'm back today with another video, but before I get started all the details, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It is free. If you are subscribed to my channel already, please make sure to turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Now today, we got this unit from WowAfrican Wig, and I am super excited to showcase this one because I am finally trying the Lagos Hairline. I hope I said that right and I did not mess it up. So in the box, you do get your wig in this satin package. They also include an HD wig cap. That's all I see in there. I think it might, I don't know if there's other stuff in this package, but I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. So your unit does come in the bag. There's nothing else in here, y'all. This is a caramel highlighted natural curl wig. This one is in the length 22 inches. It is 250% in density, and I can tell because this definitely has a little bit of weight to it. It also has a 12x6 lace area. This one has your real HD lace, which I'll show you all. Now with the upgrades, all knots are tiny and clean bleach. Also will mimic your forehead contour, and no glue is needed. Okay, so let's get into the lace area. This is what your lace area looks like. As you can see, they did go ahead and bleach those knots. It's like it has a little bit of flexibility right here, so where you're able to kind of bend that area. Also get removable combs, okay? You get a removable comb on each side. You don't get your normal adjustable strap, but you get kind of like this little bra clip area, and then you can stretch it over, and there's the Velcro area right here, which I think is really cool. It helps tighten it up and secure it a little bit more. And then as you can see, you do get a breathable cap. So a lot to take in, okay, a lot to take in, but you know, we're just gonna see how it fits on my head because you guys know I have a small head. This is my first time trying a Lagos Hairline. I've seen it everywhere, so now I'm curious to see what it is going to look like. It definitely looks a little bit different, and because I have a small head, I'm wondering, is it going to look crazy on me? I'm going to adjust this strap a little bit and leave everything else as is. Hopefully it doesn't feel too tight on my head because I don't want to worry about any lace rippling or anything. And then I can adjust as needed. This is what it is looking like on so far. I had to kind of play around with the sides so that my ear didn't bend. You can already see it's kind of a little red from trying to adjust it. But the fit on this is fine so far. I noticed a little bit of room in the back area, but everything is laying down flat. It's not bulging, if that makes any sense. So I don't feel like this is big on my head. I just feel like I could probably tighten it up just a little bit more, but I didn't want to tighten it up too much to where it was going to be uncomfortable on my head. Now, as far as the hairline goes, they did a good job with plucking out the hairline. It is pretty thin, so you can see my cap right here. So I'm gonna have to make sure to camouflage that. And then as far as the sides go, I might have to cut it down just a little bit because it is pretty close to my eyebrow. Like my eyebrow is right here and the lace is right here, so it's pretty close for me, but I do think they did a good job. Now as far as the 12x6 goes, the lace comes about right here, but it's not too much lace. It's just enough to where if you want to glue this down or if you want to bobby pin this, it's going to still work. Now you guys know that my hair is blonde now, so I would have to probably pull out just a little bit of hairs right here so that it wouldn't show as much or look crazy. And the same thing on this side. So the hairline, you know, is the hairline. And like I said, they did a good job with plucking it out, and then the knots are very tiny. I just have to mess around with this cap so that it's not showing as much. And then this is the parting space area. I don't want to dig too much into this parting space yet until I flip it over but of course you can part this in the middle, and you can also part this on the side. So it's looking good so far. As far as the curl straight out of the package, this is a 𝐻𝐸 texture, I believe. Is this a 𝐻𝐸 texture or a kinky straight texture? Let me double check. So this is a kinky textured wig. I figured that because I was like, this might be a little bit too full to be a 𝐻𝐸 texture, but okay. We're gonna have to play around with this and get it together. I don't think that I'm gonna have to go in and put any tint spray at the very front. I think I should be okay without that. Should I have to push this back a little bit? Like I said, I'm gonna play around with this and we're gonna get it together. As you can see, when I pull it like that, it's just very, very close to my eyebrow, and I just got a small head. But yeah, we're about to play around with this and see what we can see. Get some styles in and, you know, all that good stuff. And then of course I'll be back to show you guys the final looks and also to tell you guys my final thought. A few style options, but before we talk about that, I do want to talk about what I used to install this unit. I used my olive oil wig grip spray. Yes, I did go ahead and get another can, and before I did that, I went around the hairline on the side a little bit because I feel like it was too long. It was a little bit too close to my eyebrow, and I just trimmed off a very small amount, not too much. Still wanted it to look as natural as possible, and you can see it still looks good. So it's up to you. If you don't like this hairline, they do offer a regular hairline if this is just too much for you, but I feel like it was still easy for me to work with, so that's not a big deal. And like I stated, they plucked out the hairline perfectly to where it's not too thin. Speaking of hairlines, because I did let you guys know that my cap was showing underneath, so I ended up using their HD wig cap because it is a little bit thinner at the front. I personally do not believe in melting down and doing a ball cap because, one, I like to switch between my wigs and my pixie cut, but this was perfect. The cap they put in the bag was perfect because you can't see any of the cap at all. No edges, no anything. So just want you guys to know about that. And yeah, everything else blended in fine. I dried it down. I did not have to put on a wig band because the lace on this just melts into my skin perfectly. Now in the sunlight, as I was taking pictures, I noticed a little bit of lightness, but nothing some powder can't take care of because on camera it looks fine. But yeah, just a little bit of lightness, but not too much to where I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have to go in with tint spray. That's definitely a personal choice. So after everything dried down, I went ahead and put some of my wax at the top. I used my hot comb to smooth everything over because it did come as a left side part. It was just a little bit heavier on this side, and I also noticed some flyaways, and then I fluffed it up using a little bit of my Sleek and Shine serum. Because this is a kinky texture, you are going to notice a little bit of flyaways, and also towards the ends I noticed just a little bit of dryness, but not too much. They curl this hair really good, but of course with me moving the hair around, then the curl started to drop. As you can see right here, I recurl the front area with my wand curler, and this one is going to hold a curl perfectly. I always feel like Kinky Straight holds a better curl than Yaki Straight because it's not as soft and it has more texture to it. So this one is just going to be so pretty, especially in the fall and winter time, because it is thick, okay? It's 250% density and I can feel the weight on my head. I love the color blend and everything. I did a middle part. I just fluffed it all up. I also did kind of like a half up, half down. Now, because of the way that the lace is, I wasn't able to pull up all the way on the side. And plus, like I told you guys, my hair is blonde, so I would have to pull out a little bit of this on the side. I also put a bobby pin over here to lay this down so I didn't spray into my hair to kind of camouflage my blonde a little bit. But yeah, because the lace doesn't come super far all the way over, then I just had to work with what I had, okay? I had to work with what I had and it looks fine. I'm not complaining about it at all. But yeah, the hair color on this is really nice. I got a very small amount of shedding, not too much. I do expect some snags with this unit, especially with it curled up like this. But once you straighten it out, like I said, the color blend on this is so nice. I love the lighter blonde pieces in the front, and I also like, you know, this color right here. Yeah, so you can put it up into a claw clip. The only thing is, because of how full it is, you might want to bobby pin it just a little bit. This claw clip was a little bit more wider than the first one I used, and so this one is holding it together. But to make sure it doesn't fall and move, I would definitely secure it more. But it doesn't look too bad in the nape area. It's sitting fine. And you can definitely get some different looks when it comes to this unit. Now on the website, they do offer different textures. If Kinky Straight, if the kinky texture might be too much, I know they have a Yaki Straight, and they might also have some silkier textures. I'm curious to see what that Yaki one is going to look like because it looks beautiful. I saw it recently on 𝐻𝐈𝐍𝐻, so I know that that one's going to look really good and perfect for every day in case this is just too much. But for my ladies who like a good amount of hair, okay, you like the thickness, you like the fullness, Miss Thing is ready to go. She's ready to wear. You get a nice hairline, okay? Nice hairline, plucked out, bleached, tiny knots. You get it all, okay? You get it all, and it already comes pre-styled. What do you guys think about this one? Are you feeling it? If you are, I am gonna make sure to leave the links down below, and if I have a coupon, I'll make sure to run it across the screen or leave it down below in the description area. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Once again, turn those notifications on, share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.